Like I'm thinking of reusing the neck part, this part of the neck here, and maybe like some of the joints here. Not the joints, but the internal rig. I've been actually reusing those parts on the other characters as well, so might as well maybe introduce it here as like I'm not even sure if it's really going to fit, but I can at least try. Weirdly, my scale is not the same. You know, I'm kind of like wondering if that character would look cool with like some like face drapery. Let's try something here. Hmm. Not super convinced. I'll just leave the subtool, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, the scales between those two models is absolutely not the same. I don't really have high hopes that this also is going to fit, because the Mantis model is actually much more compact than the wasp. Yeah, it's a bit assassin-y, which is kind of like somewhat could be somewhat fitting to the character. Like, I mean, the mantis is not necessarily a sneaky insect, as far as I know. But yeah, it gives this vibe though, which is kind of cool. But will I want to be using it? I do not know. Yeah, if we see it that way, maybe, eh? Alright, I'll leave this subtool around here and see if what it looks like at the end. Let's go grab the neck meshes as well. I'll be missing a few mesh if I just grab this. Hmm. I might actually go get those meshes from, no, I think I retouched them on this one. Yeah, maybe let's keep those. This mesh also has texture on it already now, so I might actually change remove the texture maybe, just so it looks homogeneous with the rest. But at least we got like the mesh there, so we can actually subtract this from here already. So you see with the empty space that it's leaving here, we have something to play with, like a certain negative space to show like maybe what's like under these parts here. That'll be useful for later, or we can already like start to see how we can play with this mesh to like make it show more. Kind of like trying to capitalize on yeah, the empty spaces that we have. Maybe shrinking it a little bit. So see, like this way you have a little bit more like layering that's happening around here. That's kind of cool. And here at the bottom we have this last layer. The juicy negative space, I couldn't have said it better. Oops. Which kind of like makes me wonder if like this like gray piece here, maybe I should actually maybe expose like the negative space inside of the body there as well. Like I'm thinking it could be kind of cool maybe. Hey, thanks for the follow. Hey Marco, I was wondering how you feel about using scan data as a base to build on. I hear some professionals say they always use scan data, and others say they sculpt from scratch. Scan data for anatomic part and clothing, you mean? So I'll assume that you mean for anatomy part and sculpting um, anatomy and clothing. So I actually it's in the industry. It's pretty much like the standard for clothing. Marvelous is of course one of the big contenders, but uh, the clothing for scans for clothing is actually also still pretty popular. I find. I mean, at Chaos Masons we use like pretty much anything, either hand sculpting, marvelous, or 3D scans, and yeah, it's actually working pretty well. I find. Um, for body for scans for bodies, anything that's like body or head, it's nowadays it's pretty much like 100% scan. I figured not maybe not 100%. I think I'm exaggerating, but it's very common to use scans. And yeah, like my warning, like I'll say every time, is any shortcut is a good shortcut, but you really do need to know how to do the things traditionally also, or else you won't be able to know what you're looking for when you're using a shortcut. You won't know where you're heading and like how to make things look good. So it's very dangerous to rely on um, solely rely on shortcuts like clothing and like scans or marvelous or that sort of stuff. Like I highly suggest practicing the traditional way as well, or else you might actually like hurt yourself in the long run. Like I work with not I work with, but like when I see work that's being done in marvelous and or using scans, like I sometimes I just look at the result and I'm just like, well, there's something that just doesn't look natural, even if it's a scan or anything like that. So you really have to be careful and you really have to know like what you want to get. Yeah. Or how to make things look like good or convincing or because even reality sometimes it's not good enough. I'll hide some folders here because it's starting to lag considerably. There we go, much better. Yeah, the folder thing is that's why I always divide into many folders because yeah, you can get like some pretty decent results in performance. gonna git bash here a little bit. Using some of my own models. Even at 160p? 160p, what do you mean? Sorry, I'm like new to Twitch, so maybe it's a Twitch term, not sure. It's infrequent that I could bash. Maybe just for like small, I do it for small parts. Resolution of the video on Twitch if you lower it. Okay, you're, okay, well, that's good to know. Good to know. You're watching at 160p because of your internet speed, I suppose. Hi, Josh, by the way. Come on. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, yeah, well, that's appreciated for the follow, yeah. Well, I wish you a good time in classes tomorrow. Good point, good point. So you see, like here, I'm actually wondering if I can just like remove that piece and show the inside of the rig instead of having this asset there. I was never really fond of this asset. Hey, thanks for the follow. Like probably some. You see, I kind of like already start to like it better that there can be like this mesh there. Hmm. Wait. I can maybe. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the follow. Maybe both of them actually is gonna work. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, starting to play with that negative space here is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me just change my music. All right. Well, thank you, the professional casual. Hope to see you soon. I think I'm going to be reusing this, the front as well. Yeah, something like that can be cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep like the bright light in the middle. Maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe not. Hmm. You know what? For a moment, I'll leave it and I'll see if it's attracting too much attention. Yeah, for printing in 3D, this might actually be kind of an issue though, so I'm going to have to take this in consideration. Do I need the metal rig that's on top now? Hi Marco, do you set a deadline for this personal project in general? No, I do not set myself deadlines for personal projects. Um, when I do personal projects, I try to not stress out about things too much. I know inside of myself if I spend too much time and I need to like use to cut it shorter or that sort of stuff. But yeah, I try to not put myself too much pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stretch that part because the hollowing and at the back of this mesh is not necessarily a good thing for printing. So making sure that it really does reaches like the inside like this is probably gonna help. Plus, it's kind of like it doesn't really remove the feeling of like negative space, so we're good. But you see, like even with this, oops, with like this mesh here, like probably like I'll want to grab the outer, the inner, sorry, inner side, and kind of like stretching in like this. Hey, thanks, Josh. Yeah, um, for like those like functionality things, I'm kind of like not. I'm trying to not like bother too much with like really like recreating like another piece like every time. I find that like for like those pieces, like it's really its purpose is to give some like mechanical sense to it. And I find that like when if you have a few of those pieces like laying around, it can like really be easy to just like reuse it. Yeah. All right, let's add some details to the meshes that are around. I actually skipped the not skipped but didn't finish the detailing part for those. And I feel like I can actually complete that really quickly and have those parts maybe done. Yeah. There we go. Paper cow, I will not be retopoing this. No, I'm just going to render it in a high res. Talden, hey, what's up, Marco? What's up, Talden? What is that? Is that old school enough for you? Hey, Pramod, doing good, and you? It's starting to getting crowded in here. It's probably going to be better here. Yep. No. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Just woke up now watching your stream and chilling. That's good. That's good. Just woke up. Where are you? 12 hours away. You must be somewhere in Asia. But I was sorry if I already asked. I kind of like ask this question often, and it might have slipped my mind. Nepal. I got some friends in Nepal. Actually, I got a few people working for me in Nepal. You know them pretty well, eh? I see you have connections. Starting to look pretty decent in that area. It'd be cool to have like this like plane curve even more. I'm going to use dam standard just to create like a curve going down. Oh, parts of it doesn't follow because it was masked, but the mask was invisible because it was on a layer. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, that looks cool at the front here. I have to make sure that at the back looks cool as well. Wow, that did not work. Holy moly. Yeah. Because there's not much resolution on the edge here, so it kind of like acts weird a little bit. Wow, that was not so good. Hmm. Ooh, little problem over here. Need to recopy this subtool on the other side. It actually didn't follow. Yeah, not much talking in that that stream right now. So I hope you guys don't mind. You guys and gals don't mind. I'm actually enjoying my little quiet quiet stream. But that being said, if anybody has a question about anything, please uh, feel free to ask. God knows that sometimes I start on a tangent the moment that somebody asks a question. Lurk and work. That's good. Lurking, working. Exactement. Hmm. Hey, thanks for the follow. Good character design courses. Character design courses. That's a good question. It's a very good question. I never had one of those classes, so it would be kind of like hard to give a recommendation since I don't really have much. And I saw a few in the past, like tutorials and such, but to be honest, there never one that truly like made me feel like, oh yeah, I really like understand something new about design. Oh, it's hard to say. Very hard to say. Let me think about it. Maybe CGMA. Hey, thanks for the follow. So the pieces in blue here are the pieces that I would consider not finished on the torso part before we jump to the neck. I'll need to duplicate this here. Hey, thanks for the follow. You did a course with Naughty Dog instructor. That was awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Have I been playing Elden Ring? Please. I like not much. I think I've been like 20 hours, maybe 15, something like that. It's fucking cool. And Galia, you did a tutorial about like design, like visual design for like props and such, and it's a great tutorial. Actually, I would recommend it. Watching it, I'm not sure it's going to answer the things you seem to be asking though, but it is nonetheless a great tutorial. I'm surprised it took that long to mention Elden Ring. Yeah, I'm like trying to not talk about it because I yeah, I'm just trying to not talk about it because I just feel like I'm gonna spoil people. And yesterday I was on Discord with some of my friends. We were just like whatever. We were on Discord, and at some point, like some of my friend kind of like got angry at me because I was playing Elden Ring and I was talking about it, but I thought I was like being like cryptic and sneaky and stuff. And it seems that I was not enough. So I'd rather not spoil things for anyone and keep my Twitch viewer count intact. I can only answer question that would not um, spoil anyone. That would be the condition. Yes, generic Elden talks only. Gonna become famous. That's a good question. Let me think about it and come back to you. It's true that there's well, I mean, like one of my friend kind of like spoiled something to me, and I just wish didn't talk about it, and I would just like fall on it. Um, so like there's some aspects, but I totally understand what you mean about like it's like so vast and you can go in so many directions. It's really great. It's a great fucking game, man. One of my friend is like he really doesn't like single player games and stuff. He's really into like competitive gaming and whatever. And he tried that game and he loved it. And I was like, that's cool. I was really happy that that was the game that. Okay, maybe converting is a bit of a stretch, but at least like help them like delve into like this world. You don't know if it's spam. Maybe it's really somebody asking me if I want to become famous. they see my ambition and they're like, oh, that person, I want to help that one person with this like trick I found, and this trick that I have to keep secret from anyone else, or else otherwise everybody will jump onto that trick. You don't know. Maybe it comes from the kindness of their heart. You don't know. Maybe it's just Who's really trying to hold on to the idea. Oh, they want to take my money. Those bastards. Yeah, so I'm actually thinking of maybe doing a few more of those surprise streams. Like usually I was doing that weekly, right? And I'm kind of like figuring out that maybe I'll do a bit more. Maybe like instead of just doing it once per week, maybe doing it like 2 or 3 times, because I'm actually thinking I'm really looking forward on like the next project that I'm gonna work live, and I'm actually considering working on 2 things at the same time after I'm done with Mantis. One would be my like mashup I was talking about earlier. Like I want to do this like frog from Chrono Trigger, but in the world of Elden Ring. I thought could be like a fun mashup. And the other thing I'm considering maybe working on, so like I'll have like 2 things that I will alternate between. The other one is me the next character in the Archangel series that I'm doing. So I'm for those who have been following my art, I actually worked on the. Ooh, thanks for the subscribe, much appreciated, AJ. AJ 1460. Thank you. It's much appreciated. So so you know I've been working on this series of the four horsemen, and it's really something that it's one of my most important project, I would say. Super proud of it, and it's actually getting produced by XM Studios as a an actual collectible. It's such an honor. I'm so happy that this is happening. I just can't wait to see it actually made into a collectible and whatnot. And well, on top of that, so we're going to make my Four Horsemen series. For those who want to see the Four Horsemen series that I made, just go on the link at the bottom of the page, the one at Marco's link, and go to my art station, and you'll see the project I'm talking about. And this project is getting, like I said, it's getting made into a collectible, like all of the work that I did for XM or for Sideshow or whatever. Um, it's going to be like those massive statues painted, super beautiful. I can't wait to see it. It's going to really be like one of my greatest achievement to have those characters made. But the deal is that I want to do even more of those. I hope that people are going to buy them and like them, and so that's like we continue to make some, because I have like many other groups of characters that I want to do. I want to do the Archangels. I want to do, well, others that I won't talk about right now. But the next in line that I'm working on is the Archangels, and I already finished the first one. Uh, I might actually like tease it a little bit on my social medias. I'm not gonna make like any like final renders yet, I really want to like wait that the group is finished before I officially present them. But still, there's I think I can like tease a little bit. And I was actually thinking of working on the second character live. Um, this character won't see like it from A to Z because like I'll also be working on other times on this character, but like instead of like doing a character from A to Z. Hey, thanks for the subscribe again. Much appreciated. Polygons Busher, merci ben gros. Ben gentil. Parfait, ça. Beau programme à l'horizon. So, yeah, we're, I was thinking of like, kind of like using like Twitch to show like the steps, and so people on Twitch will have like this kind of like chance to see the work being done ahead of time. And I don't know, I think it can be fun. I'm really enjoying Twitch, and I was like trying to find like a way to kind of like say thank you to the people following, and but I'll be also teasing on the other platform and everything. But yeah, working on this like second character for like this what I would consider to be like my most important um series at large when I'm considering the Four Horsemen, the Archangels all together. Yeah, it's I think it'll be cool. So instead of keeping it secret, I'll work on it on Twitch. Like I said, part like not from A to Z, but you'll at least see like some part of it, and I'll show the progress. I think can be fun. We'll see. Yeah, I'm so proud of that project. I'm so happy that this is happening. It's happy days. Thanks for the follow. If they're going to give me one, well, the deal is yes. And even if they would not be giving me one, I would absolutely buy one. I actually got all the characters that I worked for XM. They gave me a copy of each, like so it's gonna be hard to see it, but on top of me here, like I'll move the camera a little bit. Oops. Clicked on a button on my Cinti. So yeah, on the top here, there's my Shogun Batman I did for XM, and on the right here, you got the Ultron that I did for XM as well. There's another one on the way that I did for them, and yeah, I'm like some of the sculpture I work for, I get them for free. Others I buy, but I some of them are really proud, so I actually bought it for myself. But those the Four Horsemen, this is going to be the crowning achievement of my career as an artist. So of course I'll be collecting them. Collect them all. Four Horsemen. Thanks for the plug, Josh. The suggestion, I mean. Pro teaser. Surely we get a first peek here. Yeah, absolutely. That's good. That's going to be the deal. Shelf life goals. Absolutely. Stoic is gifting one tier 1 sub to Chaos Masons community. It's their first gift sub in this channel. Well, that is cool. That is pretty cool. And the hype train is on. Choo choo. Yeah, I can't wait to show those archangels and stuff. I might actually also just like for fun, like bring up my my Four Horsemen series and such. Like once I'll be done with the mantis. Maybe sometimes what I'll do is I'll just connect to Twitch to just kind of like show some of my models around, and like I think it can be fun. Like, I mean, I could like also do it before I'm done with the mantis series, but like I'm kind of like a freak of like compartmentalizing stuff, and like I really want to finish like the mantis before like jumping to anything else. So bear with me, guys and girls. Oh, that's great. Kevin 3D Art gifted a tier 1 sub to Stoic Inc. Yeah! Perfect. I need the Death and the White Widow figure. Can't wait to see what's coming. Yeah, the White Widow also. I'm still working on with the manufacturer to get this produced and painted. I'm really looking forward to see like what it's gonna look like, and I'm happy to see that other people are, because yeah, it's a cool one. It's a fun little statue I did, and can't wait to see it. Sculpting a gnome right now. Well, after that, I'll continue my Mecha Speedster element. Your video has been helping a lot. Hey, super appreciated. Thanks for saying that. Also, makes me really makes me feel good about what I'm doing here. So thanks. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hello, Helocious. Oui, je suis à Montréal. Ubi rigging. Cool, cool. Rigger feels like it's one of the most rarest job I find. Not the rarest job, but the rarest. It's just it's hard to find a rigger. I find that's what I'm trying to say. Um, to answer your question, Polygon Pusher, there is a tutorial about character design. It's very specific to, like, on our website. There is a tutorial about character design. It's Cedric who made it, and it's mostly about like the workflow and that sort of stuff. Um, it's just I find that, like, when the question was asked earlier, it was more about like it felt more like about like the conceptualization of design, and it's more like a tutorial that shows like the way you can go at like finding the shapes. It's like the process, let's say. So yes, it can be useful. I mean, if anybody wants to check our tutorials, you can go on the link at the bottom of the screen, the Chaos Masons link. So for our Gumroad or either our store, you'll find a few things there that can be useful, and I encourage you to take a look. I was just trying to stay modest, and not necessarily start to recommend our own stuff. Yeah, Lucius, I get what you mean. All right, well, if you're saying that it's time to plug my stuff, everybody here right now, please go visit our website, www.chaosmasons.com. You can see it actually from the links at the bottom of the page right there. In there, you have the store page. On the store page, you can have tutorials, alphas. We sell also garage kits, collectibles, that sort of stuff, all that jazz. It's great stuff. It's awesome. Buy something, support us, or don't, and we still love you. Actually, if you want to help us, we we um, we printed a bit too much wasp models, the collectibles. So if you go on the store page I was talking about, you'll see we're selling the 15 inches and 10 inches version of the wasp. And yeah, like I said, we printed like way too much. So this one is like, we're selling it pretty slowly. So there are a lot available. Wink, wink. Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the follow again. If I buy one, can you sign it? I guess so, yeah. Come to my house, I'll sign it. There you go. Isn't that good customer service? Hardy Wave, thanks for the comment. That is much appreciated. All right, I think we're done with this part of the model. We can finally go up to the neck. Jeez, eh? So yeah, I already have a few things happening in here. I think I'll actually just like do a little bit of like tube kit bashing right there. I'll go grab a few meshes from the wasp again. Getting closer, indeed I am. Est-ce qu'il y a une compagnie que tu recommandes pour peindre le wasp? I don't know any company that does painting, like only painting. I think you kind of like need to find like a one individual that will be willing to paint it, but I know that it can cost like a lot of money for that. So if you're really looking for, I know that there's a guy, I think he's in Korea, Marvin X, something like that. He painted the wasp before. You can see it on the Chaos Masons website, on not in the store page, but just on the portfolio. If you look in the collectibles, uh, the collectibles section and look for the wasp, you might see images. He did a pretty good work, actually. But I think he told me it's like $700 US plus shipping to have him paint the wasp. Polygon Special, where do you live? Montreal. Well, I know a guy that does that paints miniatures. He's supposed to teach me how to paint as well, and I'm pretty sure he would be good at making like big sizes and stuff or whatever. What's his name? It's David Faust something. I'll need to find the name, but he looks like he's a pretty cool dude, and maybe he would be available to paint. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, we're actually one of the reasons why we stopped producing as much model like prints as we were before is because we actually were kind of like focusing on like um, having them like printed and painted. Like we're kind of like tired of the only gray models and stuff. Although that being said, I have like many friends who are like, "Hey, please continue to produce them in gray because we want to paint them like ourselves." So like I know that there's some people that are actually looking forward to be able to paint this stuff. So yeah. Ouh, merci pour le Guns Pusher. Pas mal cool. Pas mal cool. Très cool. It's a good idea. I'm just trying to find like a simple shape somewhere. Jeez. Come on. Probably going to be one here. Why is it so complicated? All right. Have a good one, Lucius. Since you have extra wasps, what if you send a couple out to some quality YouTube painting channel? It may be good for building the community. Just a thought. Yep, that's kind of like a good idea. I actually had this happening to with the wasp on Instagram. There was this guy actually painting it, and it was pretty cool to see it. I don't know if you have any like recommendation on like cool YouTube channels of people that paint. Thanks for the follow. All right, am I going to use the fillets on the tubes? Hmm. No, I'll just use the flat tubes. All right, are those? Those should be good. Let's copy this mesh here. Use that for the neck. Let's take her hips and put it in her neck like a good old surgery. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Hmm. It's not going to twist in the exact direction that I'm looking for. So I'm kind of like wondering if I'm going to kind of like just use this mesh and try to place it, or if I'll be just creating new meshes. Let's try to just like move it by hand and see if it's passable. Whoops. Hmm. The orientation is not, it's not right. Thanks for the follow. I'm realizing it needs to be like even smaller. It's getting pretty thin now. I think I'm going to keep this mesh as kind of like the centerpiece of it, in case like once again, it's more like a printing reason in case I print this. Basil sugar. This is yeah. I actually do a sculpt always in the intention of maybe printing it. If I'm going to print this one, it's going to be like 1/5, I'd say 1/5. Yeah. This is my studio in Montreal. Yes. Vadzim, I mean Wim Kirk, right? Do you have the do you have what's his handle for Vadim? But do you have his Twitch name? Yeah, there's a lot of 3D artists in Montreal. Actually, it's pretty cool. and there's a lot of studios as well. That's kind of like the reason why I think there's a lot of studios. It's because like they know that there's a lot of artists. No, wait, no, the other way around. I think that it really encourages, since they opened the studios, in part because there's like government help when you have a video game studio. So there's a lot of people like moving in to do 3D here. I really appreciate that, Stoic Inc. I would actually be, yep, I'd like to know this list, so that would be much appreciated. No pressure, though, no pressure. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And thanks for another follow. Well, the printers are extremely good at making those details. I actually, of myself, I have a Form Lab, the second generation, so Form 2, and the details are crisp, 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 and you see them all. It's and those are like big details. Also, like I could do some like much smaller detail. So yeah, they're very good. And molding, I don't really know much about molding, so I can't advance myself. But I mean, I've been really surprised by some work that I did so for some clients, and the like the small details that I put in, and what remained. Sometimes you have to boost some of the details, especially when it comes to like skin surface and that sort of stuff. But it's totally doable. Totally doable. So yeah, it's surprising. Ooh, thanks for the subscribe. That's pretty. It's very appreciated. Brassen. Yep, very appreciated. Thank you. I tried the ones at my uni, and they were definitely cool, but the details was not there. Yeah, some printers are better than others at crisp details. Um, yeah, they really have like different different marks. But I think probably if you're at a university, I would probably bet that they kind of like have more accessible printers. And as far as I know, if you want a printer that does really crisp detail, you need like well, definitely like an SLA, or maybe there's other technologies that are good for crisp detail, but I don't know that much. Yeah. The chaos must grow. Thanks, Stoic. Super cool. Is Chaos Masons an art house? Chaos Masons is an outsourcing studio for character modeling and character design for the video game, film, and collectible industry. It is ran by me, Marco Plouffe, and Cédric Seo. And yeah, and we also do a lot of we do like teaching. We love to do a lot of personal projects, that sort of stuff. So we do a lot. But our main export is video games, though. But me personally, I love collectibles, so I spend a lot of time on this. And when I do personal project, I often do them in a way that if I want to print my project, I can, since I have my 3D printer. Yeah, I'm getting close to the end of my stream here. Getting pretty tired. Before I finish, I'd just like to finish kit bashing those tubes here. Pretty much at the end, I'll be able to start on the head next stream. Maybe add a couple of like the missing a few plugs here down here. Maybe I want to sculpt a little bit of like what it's gonna look like, what the inner neck is gonna look like. Maybe do those things, and then I'll call it a night. Would you be willing to give me some feedback on my portfolio if I were to send you my art station? You can always send it. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to take a look, though, because we are like extremely busy at work, especially these days. But look, I mean, it costs nothing to send your portfolio your ArtStation. It maybe we'll have some time. So yeah, please do. Feel free to do so. I'm just saying, please don't have high expectations. No problem. Hi, almost done. Done for tonight or done this character? This character. Well, I only need to finish the head after. The rest of the character is done. I'll just need to pose the character and then render it. So yeah, I'm getting pretty close to the end. And I am really looking forward for the next character. Thanks, Clown Akira. Much appreciated. Thanks for the follow. Okay, let's go for the plug. And thanks for another follow. I'm getting so sleepy. I must push through. Those tubes are not going to finish themselves. Read V1L Night. This may be a random question, but what would you say is a good visual library for mecha sculpts? Me personally, I like to look at insects, crabs, sometimes even medical equipment, but are there more things for mecha sculpts? Visual library for mecha sculpts. I don't know. I mean, like, I there was a time I was actually like using Boston Dynamic robots as like a base of understanding for robots and that sort of stuff. Um, but for my sensibilities, at least, I'm really just talking about myself. I found that I was not really having as much fun with my mechas if I was kind of like following like super realistic robot like design, let's call it. So I kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I just concentrate on like the design, like the form, the shapes aspect now. So to be honest, I find that the important part of my mechanical of my robots are more like the design more than the functionality or anything. So I don't like my library is mostly just like cool designs that I find on the internet and I get inspired by it and some visual design that I see that comes back. Yeah, it's pretty much it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and plus you get more freedom that way. Yeah, yeah. Like I really like people that have like very accurate designs when doing Macs and stuff. I really find that cool, but it just doesn't vibe with me. Like honestly, really what I'm trying to do is just like sell like the illusion, right? And I'm happy with that. That really like is like the balance that makes me appreciate the work that I'm doing. As long as I can sell the illusion, I'm happy. Yeah. It's kind of like doing a creature. I mean, at some point you'll venture away from like the known anatomy, and especially when you do like an abomination or something like that, but you still have to kind of like sell that the body itself like work and is credible even if you're doing something yeah, like a monster or something like that. It's important to thanks for the follow, eh? It's important to actually like at least be able to sell the illusion, because the reality is that like maybe like physically like this monster is absolutely impossible in terms of like the rules of the world, rules of the planet, I should say. But yeah, I mean, really, the illusion is all that you need. I understand it's a very red pill matrix mentality, but red pill or blue pill? Which one is the one where you stay in the matrix? The blue pill. There you go. That's why I tried to more alien in a sense, since I already has that unpredictable already built-in sort. Yeah, well, I mean, you still need to make your aliens credible, but it gives a lot of freedom that can be a lot of fun for sure. That I agree. Trippy Death, hey man, what's up? How's the day going? Well, I am getting extremely tired. I am going to start hallucinating soon. I need to go to bed. But I just want to finish that one last thing on this character before I do. This looks like a satisfying thing to disassemble. Yeah, I guess it could. I guess it could. All right, so there's the entire like there's still some like hollow space here that I'll have to fill at some point. Maybe I can do a little bit of filling with this mesh here. Oops. Kind of like takes care of a bit of that. But yeah, for the entire next section, I think I'll actually need to like maybe insert a mesh in there, and let me do like that really quick, and then let's call it a night. Let's push that in to make it disappear. And I think that will have the neck officially finished. Hey, thanks for the follow. Man, I can't believe that this character is almost done. Feels like I've been working on it for an eternity. Thanks for the follow. Party. And thanks for another follow. All right, insert, let's say, cylinder. I don't know why I took the complex cylinder. What? Add local symmetry activated. All right, let's put blue for the moment. So I can see what I'm doing in here. And basically what I want to do is I just want to kind of like quickly, because it's not really going to be like, this part is not going to be really visible, but since I might be printing this character, I still want to make sure that there's like no really like negative space. So I'll just want to make sure I actually have like some mass in here that fills the holes. And I mean, I'll always need to do like a quick, like a second pass at it before like printing to make sure like I haven't created like any like overhangs or whatever. But I mean, already like doing what I'm doing right now is actually I might need some here. Yeah, just like that. Hmm. Uh, Character looks so dope. I just started looking into 3D modeling and this is impressive. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. Now, so you see, that was like really a random, like random mesh with no real like rhyme or reason, but it's gonna act as like a binding agent, let's say. All right, and with this, we are done with the torso and neck part. Fine, fuckingly. All right. So up next, the head, and then we are Denzel Washington. Alright, let's save. Cool. Super close. Super close. Super close. Hey, how many of you got that reference? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's call that officially officially done for tonight. That was a what, 3 hour or more stream once again. Crazy stuff. So yeah, thanks for joining once again. My little like surprise stream here. It was pretty cool.